Hello and welcome to the MHG podcast. As usual, life can be a little bit miserable, life can be a little bit dark, so we are here to bring you as much light and as much joy as we possibly can. I'm Bradley, and I'm the father of a racist child now, it seems, joined by Stu. How you doing, Stu?
I'm alright. I don't get that reference though, so that's a bit scary.
Okay, so as you well know, my daughter is at Ipswich for her football. She's part of their academy. And they decided to have Nigel Farage down to do photo shoots and stuff like that, and do a party political broadcast at Ipswich Town Football Club.
God.
Yay.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yay. They've denied that they had anything to do with it and that stadium tours and everything have opened, but then The Athletic and that have put out claims saying that he was invited and given free shirts and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's a mess. So you kind of look at it and go, what do I do? I'm not taking it away from her, but do I start looking at other clubs for her? It's not easy to get on the academy path. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Yay.
Yeah. We'll have to see what they do about that. But that's...
Yeah, they've tried distancing themselves, but are they doing it because of the backlash, or is it that they truly did it? I don't know, but it's Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's not great. Jesus.
Yeah, but you'd be okay if it was Zach Polanski doing it, wouldn't you? Like, well, no, not really.
No, God, no.
Because politicians shouldn't be using tribalism like that to try and score points.
Precisely.
It's, you know what you're doing if you use a football club. Now, I'm not keep politics out of football because everything's political. So taking the knee for racism and standing up against homophobia, transphobia, and all that as well, I'm all for that. But when you don't use it for promoting your politics, that's not what it's for. It's grimy and horrible and ugh.
Yeah, well, what people mean by that is you have to keep party politics out of football and out of all, pretty much everything in the public realm apart from politics. But yeah, no, politics itself is good.
Whereas what they want is they want to keep moral stuff out of football. They don't want good morals in football.
Yeah, and ethics. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. There's not much football in Essex. Ethics, sorry.
Is football a bit of a wasteland in Essex?
No, they've got some clubs.
Essex County,
depends how far you stretch it. Yeah, you got like Colchester, Southend, they're all lower league, and West Ham's just a stone's throw from Essex in many ways. So
I forgot about.
But then you go out, you got Suffolk, Ipswich, Norfolk, Norwich, which is just out. Well, I say just outside. It's an hour to 2 hours away, but
yeah. I'd forgotten about Colchester and about Southend.
Yeah, so have most of the fans.
If there were any in the first place.
Oh, there was. Southend had this really weird thing where they had some people were coming from America and stuff like that, and coming to watch Southend games on the regular. It was a whole thing that they had the news articles about it and on the Southeast News and stuff. It was really weird.
You want to torture themselves or something? That sounds very strange. But I suppose if Brighton can be a Premier League club, anybody can be.
Yeah, true.
Well, Bournemouth.
Brighton are very good, actually. They're very forward thinking.
Yeah, I know, but it's just crazy. But Bournemouth, you know what I mean?
I
Bananas.
know. I want my oil-owned, state-owned football clubs at the top. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going.
Yeah. Well,
talking of not knowing where you're going.
Yeah.
Video games, Stu. You ever got lost?
Constantly. In fact, it's much more often that I get lost than I don't in games. I can get lost in an auto-scroller. That's how bad I am.
Yeah, well, I got lost in Just Cause. I don't know. I'm tired.
We're all tired.
I'm tired. I've got a dog between my legs. I mean, literally a canine laying on the sofa. And yeah, I don't know. It's the Easter holidays are coming up.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
It was only a 4-week term because of when Easter is.
That's pretty brutal for you.
Yeah, bloody Jesus, not knowing when to die or something. I don't know.
I know, right?
Is it when he died or came back? I don't know.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, one of them. Who cares?
Yeah.
Bunnies, chocolate. Got to complain about palm oil, something.
Anyway,
Video
yeah,
games.
video games.
You've not been playing any, Stu, because you've had other things on. So,
Well,
I suppose.
I have. I've not played anything new worth reporting.
Fair enough. When have you?
That's a good question.
Anything new? No. I don't think so. Anyway, ask the questions, Joe, so we can get this shit show on.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing a couple. Outside of playing Slay the Spire 2, which, by the way, before I get into games, my other game, Slay the Spire 2, I found someone made a mod for me, so I had the map that you go through. They made a dark mode for me, which was really cool. And I had to create a mod folder to put the mod into, and it reset all my progress. 55 and a half hours worth of progress. God.
Ouch.
Usually that would anger me and I go, I'm done. I smiled because I was happy to start a game. What a game that is.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And I've already done another 20 odd hours, so.
Nice. I bet you got back to where you were like quite quickly, didn't you?
Quicker, but I'm not quite there yet. So I've started making decent progress. But you need quite a few unlocks to sort of like get the consistency, and I've not got them all quite yet. But yeah, I got there quicker than I did before because I had knowledge.
Indeed, knowledge is power.
Yes, which is not what I went into this first game with. No knowledge whatsoever because it was the wrong game compared to what I thought it was. So I don't even know what I think this was meant to be, but I took it and it's called EverSiege Untold Ages. Don't know what I thought it was going to be. But anyway, this is a weird roguelike RTS MOBA type game. It's single player. Can be online co-op, but it is single player. And it's kind of like this really weird thing. So it's set in this like medieval fantasy world where you've got to fight and defend against lots of different evil hordes, undead hordes and stuff like that. And it's kind of got this tower defense MOBA mechanic going towards it. You get all these different lanes you need to attack and defend. You have to build up your defences whilst making yourself better in the attack and that kind of thing. And I kind of put it on and I was like, what? This isn't what I thought this was going to be. Oh yeah, it's completely the wrong game. But anyway, I thought, I'll play it, give it a go anyway. Because I've played a couple of MOBAs in the past and they've been alright. There was one, I can't remember what it was called in the end. Eye of the Storm or something like that. And it was about for a bit and then died. Or there's Dota, and I've played a bit of Dota. And what's the other one that everyone's really popular? I tried that one and couldn't get on with it. Anyway, you can see my MOBA knowledge is right up there.
Oh, absolutely.
But anyway, so what you get is you get these like procedurally generated levels and maps that come up. And okay, the concept is the same. You've got to attack and take out the hordes while defending your own bastion, I think they call it. And like with MOBAs, you've got the whole thing where you need to, as you're playing, you'll have to adapt as you go because the AI that's coming towards you will adapt and try to attack your weaknesses. While you're trying to build strengths up and you're trying to counter them. And each game does feel different, in all fairness. And it's got this roguelike element. So the more you play, the more knowledge you get in and of itself. But also the more unlocks you get and permanent unlocks and upgrades and things like that allow you to be better. But also, as you get better, the enemy gets better. And it just keeps things fresh, which is really good. So, I've not played co-op or anything, so I don't know how it goes, but I've played solo completely, and it works really well as a solo game. And it's a game that really rewards experimentation. So, you might have some games that you'll go into and you'll get absolutely wiped out because you tried something. It's fine, you go in again, and you might go, right, I learned that from this bit of experiment, so I'll try this time. And it kind of rewards you to try new things. And I think one of my breakthrough moments in the game, I went, actually, I kind of like this, was I was under siege and not in a good way. And I was just trying to build up my defences as best I could. And what it did, it caused the enemy to attack a certain part and try and adjust what it was doing. And all of a sudden, it left me this opening, which I then converted from this ultra defensive strategy to just being able to then turn it around within a few minutes and attack and overwhelm the enemy, because they got confident trying to attack openings that I left and just left themselves completely open. And it was just a real moment of, wow, okay, I got this. I then lost the next game quite easily. But it's a great thing that you can see like how things change on the fly and how your actions and the enemy actions have such an effect on the game you play. And I think I really like it. A few caveats with it is that it runs like crap for the most part. It doesn't run on my Steam Deck at all. It's not a controller issue or anything like that. It just tanks completely. Managed to play it on my laptop, and it was improved, and it wasn't the greatest performing, but it was very playable and it was still enjoyable. So it does need some optimization work. That's a definite thing. But I think if they could iron out a few of the performance issues and maybe, again, like with a lot of these games, onboard it a bit better, explain the mechanics a bit better, or give an option for more in-depth mechanic explanations for new people, whilst giving veterans of the genre, something less detailed, or the ability to skip easily. It needs something like that. But there's plenty to unlock. There's definitely a lot of fun there. And I've not played a single-player MOBA before, or a MOBA in single-player before, that I've enjoyed. They've always felt like I should be playing it multiplayer, but I don't want to play multiplayer because I don't know enough, and I feel I'll be letting people down. Whereas this works fully in single-player, and it feels like that you're in full control of everything. I say few caveats, but if you're really into these and you've got a decent enough PC that can outpower the performance issues at the moment, there's a really, really good game in here that's worth playing.
Yeah, it seems strange that it's got technical issues. So is it by any chance running on Unreal Engine 5?
I don't know. I never looked at what it's running on. I don't remember seeing the logo. I honestly think it's just a lot to do with, because it's hordes of enemies, and obviously the AI and everything's got to control each individual enemy and make decisions based on that. I think it's doing so many calculations. I think that's what's causing the tanking. I might be wrong. It might just be like graphics and stuff like that. But I didn't notice much change with lower settings, slight improvements, but nothing major. And I tried playing it on Steam Deck with lossless scaling, made little difference. So I think it's one that's probably CPU intensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know how they'll figure that without like crippling the game. I say there are issues, and hopefully they can find out ways to figure it out, because again, I looked at it and a lot of the reviews have also been that kind of, it's a good game, but so I hope it does well, because I think there's something here. I've played a good number of hours of it, but I think as it stands, I'm done unless there's a major update to it.
Yeah, no, that sounds fair. Yeah. It's I don't know, is it an overcrowded genre? I don't know. MOBAs.
No, I don't think it's overcrowded anymore. It was at one point. Everyone was trying to make them and jump on the bandwagon, whereas they died a bit of a death. But there's a couple here and then. This is more real-time strategy than pure MOBA. It's more tower defense. So it's got MOBA elements, and it's presented like a MOBA, but it's more real-time strategy than a MOBA, I would say, which is what makes it interesting. It's fairly unique in the way it plays, as like compared to MOBAs and real-time strategy games on their own. So it is trying things, which I like. So yeah, it's definitely not oversaturated at the moment. So if you're looking for something, I think there aren't many other good options out there, and it could be worth it for that.
Fair enough.
So next up is another game that initially just wouldn't work on the Steam Deck, and it's actually unsupported, but it's working now. I don't know what changed. There wasn't any major updates, but it's working on my Steam Deck now and everything. Controller support a lot, but and that's Packing Life. which is a cutesy puzzle simulation game. So, do you remember Unpacking?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the sequel to that.
Okay.
But do you know when you unpack stuff?
I do.
Right, well, imagine that. Like, totally different concept, this, Stu. Take the unpacking and put it back in the box.
Gotcha. That's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's what Packing Life essentially is. It's a puzzle game where you're technically like you're working in this warehouse, I suppose, and you've got to basically pack boxes with items, fit them all in the box, and then put them in a way that they can then be sent out for delivery. And that's essentially what the game is. You start off, it's fairly simple. I'll put these couple of bits in this box. Make sure they're not rattling around, that kind of thing. So they all fit nicely and the box shuts and it can be sent. The more you play, the more complex it gets and the more different items, different shapes, different sizes, different box sizes, different requests. Like this can't go next to this because if it leaks, blah, blah, blah. So it's got reasons for everything that's going on there. And it just gets progressively more difficult and more challenging to the brain. And yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's not overly long. It's not overly complicated in what it does. You know, you can see from the very offset where it's going to go and what it's going to do. You've got this nice presentation that explains what different items are and what requests there are and how you pack them and what you do. And it's got some decent visual aids. So you got like this dynamic grid that appears when you go putting stuff in the box. So it kind of shows you, oh, here's this and everything. And one thing I really like, and I don't think a lot of games do this, is you've got your box and it gives it to you, your items, and then you start putting them in. Now, a lot of games I've played that have got similar concepts are, right, this is your view. You've got to work to this view. You know, we spoke about this one of the biggest things that's an issue with eugenics. Like, this is the view you've got and we are keeping you to this. This isn't. You can kind of manipulate the box viewpoint. So you can sort of spin the box around a bit and it's all 3D or isometric and you can move it around there. Or you can then go to this like top-down view. So you can organise it from this top-down view and you've got your grid there and you can put things in. And it's a really good accessibility, quality of life built in. And it works really, really well because there are sometimes you're doing it, you go, oh, I can't quite see if this fits properly. So you switch to this other view and you can just double-check things. And it's really well done there. As I said, I've enjoyed my time with it, but again, it's short overall, which isn't a bad thing, but I'm one of those that I would like to see just a bit more from it, like daily puzzles, something added to it, just to make me play it a bit more because it's done and I'm done. Maybe workshop support or something that adds more, you know, user-created levels or items or things like that to it. Just something, because I played it, I got about 4 or 5 hours out of it, and yeah, it's done. And it's fine. It's a good game for it. I mean, it's only like £8, I think it is, so I'm not expecting like 100 plus hours of content here, but I want more, because it's good. I just want more.
Which is fair enough. Like you say, you know, throwing in a few different modes and daily challenges and stuff is a really good way of extending the life of these kind of things, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's a weird one because, again, I kind of checked out reviews. It got mixed reviews, and I'm not sure what people are doing. And some people said they don't like the camera and stuff like that, and the movement of the camera. Well, I like that. That's an accessibility thing. It worked for like helping you pack and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Some people did have issues with it. Whether there was early issues that I missed out. I didn't play it as soon as I got the game. It kind of sat for a couple of weeks before I got to play it, unfortunately. But yeah, I've really, really enjoyed it. And, you know, Unpacking I thought was really cozy and relaxing. This has got that same idea to it, just in reverse. Just a really enjoyable, fun game.
Nice one. Yeah, it's hopefully they'll add some DLC or something, get a bit more out of it.
Yeah, but if they don't, again, I will say for just about £8, you'll get plenty. You'll get enough from it that it makes it worthwhile playing, and maybe like forgetting about and going back in a few years with it out of your brain matter.
Yeah, or in my case, a few weeks. I'll do that.
Yeah, tomorrow for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's some good games. It's a weird time at the moment. We kind of had this really busy period at the start of the year where everything was amazing, and then we've kind of had this period now where I think everything's fine. We spoke about Thomas, and I thought it was a good game, but it was fine. It had issues. We kind of had this period at the moment where, apart from Slay the Spire, everything's just been fine. But we do have coming up Moomin Troll coming out, which is a new Moomins game. So yes, Moomins always love Moomins. We've got Vampire Crawlers coming. Can't wait for that. Did you know they're charging nearly £10 for Vampire Crawlers, Stu?
Oh, that's disgraceful.
Do you know how many survivors you could buy for that?
Yeah, like 3.
Yeah. If there's ever a company you don't begrudge going, what? 3 times the price of your previous game? That's it.
Yeah,
that's the one where you go, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's recompense for everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear that.
But I can't wait for that. That's probably the one game that will take me away from Slay the Spire for a little bit until that, it's still not even out, Slay the Spire. It's still only early access. So,
I know, right?
But yeah, it's a bit of an average March overall, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more stacked up for April than there are for March. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my game of the year, and Esoteric Ebb and Slay the Spire too, and that's it for March.
Yeah.
It's nothing else it's all been fine, but nothing else has gone yes. Well, as I said, February and January both had some really good games in there. It's a weird March. Maybe everyone just knew Slay the Spires 2 was coming, so there's no point.
Yeah, probably. Did I think Screamer came out yesterday? Did it? As it came soon?
£50 though.
Yeah, that seems like a bit of a wild price to me. It's a little bit extreme.
It does. I'm not one who goes, arcade games should be a certain price. But that went from, I'm interested and I want to play it, to, I'll wait.
Yeah, I don't think it should be buttons. I don't think they should be charging 25 quid for it. But I think, 40 perhaps would be a more more palatable kind of price for it.
Right, possibly. It's definitely gone from I'm picking this up to I'm waiting, which is a shame. I think that's a lot more to do with the economy we're in as well, and knowing that there's some games coming up that I really, really want. So yeah, it's kind of one of those. I think it's come out at an unfortunate time where if it had come out maybe 2 weeks ago, I probably would have picked it up knowing there was a gap. Now there's a couple of games right on the horizon. Yeah, it screams bundle. It screams like it's going to be in a Humble bundle at some point before the end of the year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's funny pricing. Maybe because it's a legacy game as well, and I'm thinking that might get some whales who have played it back in the day. I mean, I know it's a very different game from the original, but even so, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything done maliciously. And again, the pricing, it's technically, it's not AAA pricing or anything like that. It's still 20 quid short of that. And it's got a lot of production value and everything as well. And I don't begrudge if that's what they feel it's worth and that's what they can ask. Great, I hope it works out for them. As I said, just for me at the moment, not right now. And it's not the only one that I think that I've looked at that recently and gone, I'm not sure, because you've had Nutmeg came out, which is originally a game I was like, deck building, but around football. Yes. But I played the demo, the more I've seen it, the more I've gone, yeah, the demo was a bit sparse, and it just felt like a learned effort to start with. And a lot of people some people I've seen play it have said, yeah, it's once you've played a couple of hours, you've seen everything it has to offer, and it's not that deep. And I think a lot of those sort of games rely on that. So Nova Roma's another one that's come out, and that's like a 4X city builder type thing that I really, really want to play. But I don't know if I've got time for at the moment. So again, there's loads that are on the back burner that are just kind of maybe on a sale at some point. But it's loads of weird sort of like wish listed back burner games rather than must-haves. It's not a bad thing, I suppose. It means I can just concentrate on Slay the Spire more.
Yeah, and helps me concentrate on not spending any money, which is always a good thing. But yeah, there's a couple of in April we've got Pragmata right at the end of the month, the 24th, which I'll be getting sort of day one, and Saros as well. The new Housemarque game comes out on the very last day of April. So yeah, they're Returnal, the follow up to Returnal. So that's a possibility.
For me, we'll do a little bit of this because it's been quite a quick one. For me, I think one of the upcoming ones that I'm really interested in, you've got Racoin coming soon, which is a coin drop. Like, what's that thing called on Ben Shepherd's called? Tipping point style game, like coin drop thing, where it's what are they called? Balatro, like roguelike type thing. You unlock different coin abilities and you just got to keep up in the score and stuff like that. Really looking forward to that one. And yeah, it's kind of okay, but I'm looking at it and going, I don't know. There are games, but there's only about 2 or 3 that just really stick out and like, I must have this. Vampire Crawlers is another one. Yes, it's kind of it, really. There's not loads at the moment, and I don't feel like I'm getting burnt out. That's the weird thing. The games I'm playing, I'm absolutely adoring. It's just I'm looking at some, just going. I think like what's coming out. You've got like Mouse PI for Hire. That just looks like that was one of the first I went oh, and then I've kind of like that just feels like a game that's made because what's that thing called? Copyright stuff run out on original like Mickey and stuff like that. Yeah. There's not loads for me, and I'm not Pragmata. I've looked at it, it looks fine, but it's not for me. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a weird few weeks for games, I think.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the ones I'm looking forward to are all sort of stacked into the sort of August-September period, I think. So there's like some of them haven't got a date yet, but I'm reckoning that's when they'll be. So there's like Ace Combat 8, which is my most wanted game for the year. So which looks fantastic. I was really looking forward to the Bloodstained sequel called The Scarlet Engagement, but with the lead dying on that, I'm not sure if that's going to have pushed it back. But there's that, and in the middle of definitely in the middle of the year is Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, which is basically Marvel versus not Marvel versus Capcom, but like a Marvel fighting game by Capcom, so like X-Men, which I'm really looking forward to. And there's the Wolverine game as well on the PS5 coming out, and the new Onimusha.
Oh, is that actually coming out?
Yeah, that's actually out this year. Yeah.
I thought it was one of those that was going to be like vaporware.
Yeah, it really felt like that for years. Yeah. The new Onimusha's coming out, and there's a new Tomb Raider coming out, but they're not dated yet, so it's kind of like, well, we'll see when.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you know, though, just as I was going through the release list, there is a He-Man game coming out.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Yeah, beat him up.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction.
That's right, yeah.
Did not know that.
Looks very cool.
That's being wishlisted.
That'll probably be around when the film comes out, so that's summer as well, I think, isn't it?
Oh, what, that bloody woke film?
Yeah, the woke one. It can't be that woke because it's got Jared Leto in it.
Imagine calling a Jared Leto film woke.
Oh no, right? It's ridiculous.
And there's some new Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff coming out, I think, at some point. I don't know if it's a new stage show or whether it's like they're remaking the film or anything. But I'm waiting for people to turn around and go, oh, this is bloody woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been around a while, mate.
Yeah, it's 50 years old and it's always been woke. So
yeah. God, I might have to rewatch that. Tim Curry's brilliant in that. And Richard O'Brien and everyone is... yeah, my sweet candy man.
Yep, it's one of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah, it's a fucking fantastic song as well.
Oh, God,
the
yeah.
musical is just...
absolutely amazing all the way through.
Yes, Sweet Transvestite is one of the best film songs ever.
It's the way it comes in as well. You know, that kind of thumping beat when it comes in is so good.
Yeah, well, I was on TikTok and someone was going, Sweet Transvestite, who sung it the best? And they got all these different people for different stage shows, including Anthony Head, who done it really well, by the way. And someone on the comments just put, number 1 is Tim Curry, number 2 is Tim Curry, number 3 is Tim Curry. Because, yeah, all the others, like, they're fine, but they're just not Tim Curry.
Yes, yeah. I think if you're going to do a new production, it has to be very, very different. You know, as different as it can be without ruining it, just so that you get away from Tim Curry's performance. But... yeah, it's untouchable. He was absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
and he looks like such a blokey bloke when he's not playing Frankenfurter. It's really weird.
I mean, he's also the campiest actor I think I've ever seen. Like, hammiest, shall we say? Yeah. Because his Command and Conquer stuff is just.
Oh, it's wonderful. Absolutely. It is wonderful. He's just amazing.
And people have Stellan Skarsgård. Is it Stellan Skarsgård? In the new It? Is that the one? Or
Stellan Skarsgård?
It's definitely a Skarsgård, isn't it? Yeah.
In what, sorry?
It.
Oh, in It. Oh, Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, is that his son? Or
yes, it is, yeah. It's one of his sons, yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, there's more Skarsgårds than there are bloody Baldwins.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But where was I going? Yeah, but Tim Curry is my It.
Yes, he's so good. He's so good. He so totally makes that miniseries. I really enjoyed that when it came out. I must watch it again.
It's weird to think it was a miniseries. It wasn't a film.
Yeah.
Oh God, I might have to go. He looked like Charlie's Angels. He done a bit in that as well, and he was brilliant in that.
I've never seen that.
It's shit, but it's got Tim Curry in it. He's just one of those actors. Going, if he's on screen, I'll watch him.
Oh God, yeah. Wilderness Girls. For that.
Yes. He's amazing.
Yeah.
And still ticking along despite his issues with health.
I know, bless him, yeah.
Absolute legend.
Tim Curry, we salute you.
We do indeed. That's enough of the Tim Curry Fan Fest.
Yeah. Good though.
I'm just gonna what a weird way to get to Tim Curry.
I know. Meandering.
Yes. So I'm gonna be quiet now and let you take us out.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm off to watch some Tim Curry films now. I think it's going to have to happen. But as usual, follow us on all the socials. Make sure you're checking out our content on the website. Speak to us and chat on Discord if you fancy that. And until next week, stay safe and stay sane.
Who is it?
Wilderness Girls.